Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Guess what? Today is July the 3rd, 2021. I want to say welcome to all the trap watchers out there. You know, this is our purpose, to build this team, to build this community of trappers, to make sure that we don't get caught in some very bad positions in the cryptocurrency space or even in the stock market. So if today is your first time ever seeing our live stream, if today is your first time ever seeing our channel, and you all appreciate any of the content that we are garnering and delivering, or at least that there's actually someone who's in your corner trying to give you all the heads up as to where price is going to go, make sure you want to join us. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe here to the channel. Now, let me start off with the chat. Let me look at the chat. I asked the question, let everyone know, what were your trades like this week? What were some of the positive gains? Hey, even if you did have some losses, it's fine. We all go through losses as well. Just jot down in the chat box what type of trade you guys have garnered. Were they profitable? Were they unsuccessful? It's all good. We're a community of people who is trying to learn how to follow the market, right? I see that Ananisi TP'd out on her 4th level on the US 30. Congratulations to you. Anyone else? Sam Simberg writes, been trying to buy the meme coin, but can't find it on the exchanges. I got you. All right, so now I don't think this live stream is going to be too long. We only got a couple of cryptocurrencies that we're going to look at today, so it's not going to be too long. We're going to go ahead and give your time back, but I want all of us to collaborate, right? We're going to utilize this live stream for everyone to come through, voice their opinions. Well, you can't literally voice it, but write your opinion in the chat box as to where you think these prices are going to go, right? We need to collaborate. We need to see what's going on in these spaces so that we can have a heads up as to where price is going to go. Now, before I do that, let me plug you all in on the 2 perks that we currently have on this particular channel. The The first one is our apprentice perk. It is $1.99. You guys can see with this particular type of perk, you have access to our loyalty badges. So every time you leave a comment in the live stream chats or even in our videos that we post here on this channel, this badge will appear. Let everyone know that you're a part of our team, right? That you're a part of the trap watchers who make sure that we stay out of the way of the trap and that we beat him to these prices so that we can win. Not only that, we got these custom emojis, right? We want to know. Everyone needs to learn how to call the markets. These is what these custom emojis are for, so that you can learn how to call the markets. If you think the cryptocurrency or the stock that we're doing a video for, if you think it's weak, use the custom emoji for weak. If you think a stock is on fire, use the fire emoji. If you think the market is a buy, you want to cop it. If you think it's not, you want to drop the currency, let us know in the comment section. Now, the lookout is what we're doing right now. This is what we call the lookout live stream, to where everyone stands back, collaborates, see where price is going to go so that we don't be caught off guard on where price moves, right? This is that time. This is where I tell everyone in our community who's an artist and member, hey, what charts do you guys want to take a look at on a live stream, right? Because we cannot look at every cryptocurrency in the space today. There's thousands of cryptocurrencies. There's thousands of stocks in the market, and we cannot literally do price predictions on every one of them. So this is that time. Our artists and members has the opportunity to see some other things that we really don't talk about. And in the community tab, you guys can see that I sent out a community post to everyone who's an artist and member right here. And I asked them, what charts do you want to go over the weekend? What things is on your mind that we may need to be on guard about because you see the trap moving, right? But thank you for that, Mather. Appreciate that comment. So we only got 3 to look at today, though, right? We only got 3. So it's going to be very weak. I know you guys got a holiday weekend right now. You may, if you're a part of the United States, you guys got some other things that you may want to do. So I'm not going to waste your time, but let's look at these 3 cryptocurrencies real quick that we got for today. Okay, because we really need to see if the market in the cryptocurrency space is going to continue to go higher, or will it continue to go lower to the downside. Now, we only got 8 likes. Now, if you guys appreciate this content, if you guys appreciate our videos, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, right? We got 20 people right now on the live. Make sure you guys do that if you haven't done it just yet. So now the first currency that our artists and members wanted us to take a look at is Bitcoin. We did a video in Bitcoin just yesterday, matter of fact, and it is in our Bitcoin playlist if you want to check it out, right? You guys can see already we're in position to play the weakness in the market in Bitcoin. Now take a look. The market currently is giving us some strength. Bitcoin is currently up 2.25% right now. So what? Are we going to go higher? Are we going to go lower? Appreciate that, Chrono. So take a look. Where do you think we're going to go? Right? Everyone in our community needs to be in position to win. Now, the prediction that we did yesterday in Bitcoin, we're playing the weakness because of what we're seeing in the market on the longer time frame, right? This is the weekly time frame in Bitcoin. The last 2 weeks, we've seen the market in Bitcoin give us a lot of weakness. Here, even on this current weekly price bar, let me show you, we are still seeing weakness. Now, it's not extremely weak. So that's why you guys can see on our prediction that we're not really expecting a monumental movement to the downside, okay? Pretty much, the market wants to hold price right above our horizontal line, which is around 30,000. But when you see this in a longer time frame, so let me show you all the 3 weeks. This is the 3 weeks time frame in Bitcoin, right? We got 8 days, 11, 7 hours, and we're still seeing the inability of the trap trying to break this price up above $36,000. We are getting prepared to see the market in Bitcoin make another big movement, right? We've been consolidating within Bitcoin over the last 2 3-week price bars, right? So every price bar we see is 3 weeks worth of trading. So a total of 6 weeks, we've seen Bitcoin just bounce in between 41,000 all the way back down to 30. So can we expect to see some weakness in Bitcoin in the long term? This is the 2 weeks time frame, right? So I don't want everyone to become complacent and think that the market is ready for a monumental bullish run, right? Let me show you this. This is the reason why right here. You guys can see how the market in Bitcoin is closing and opening right around each other. That tells us something. That means that the market is having issues to break above $36,000. It's just that simple. Okay, Chronow writes, weak but still hoping, waiting for a higher low before getting short. I hear you, because it does look like Bitcoin is going to try to come all the way back up here to that $36,000 price, right? And then that's where the trap is going to test the market to see if the market really wants to break above that price level. That's pretty much what we're seeing, the same thing. Let's look at the monthly time frame since we're starting out a new month. So how we ended the month of June, take a look. Okay. Now, we've seen about the same amount of volume in June, a little bit less than what we've seen in May, right? The spread is small too. So a lot of people haven't been participating in Bitcoin, right? They haven't been buying, they haven't been selling. And then for us to see the price in Bitcoin close below the close from last month tells us that the weakness is still a little bit overpowering the strength right now. Okay. So in no sense of the words are we looking for Bitcoin to become massively overbought, right? I'm not expecting it to make a monumental movement to the upside. But yeah, it's not extremely weak neither. So we all can be relaxed. We all can be, don't want to say put your whole guard down, but you don't have to be extremely fearful that the market in Bitcoin is going to come all the way back down to 20,000 right now, because that's not being revealed on the chart. Mr. Too Real, market always go down for the holidays. CME gap got to get filled. So you're expecting over this weekend that Bitcoin is going to drop $24,000. Okay. So you're looking for the market in Bitcoin over the weekend. You're looking for the market in Bitcoin to come to 24,000. This is the 3 months time frame in Bitcoin. Now, this is one of the biggest reasons as to how we can expect the market in Bitcoin to go lower. Okay. Now, this is the trend. Okay, look at these monthly bars, these 3 monthly bars right here. January, April, July, October 2020, right? This is the trend. So yeah, we can see Bitcoin in the long term 3 months time frame, 6 months, come all the way back down, okay, and test this ascending line. That's about 48% away. In about the next 3 months, the prospect of Bitcoin coming all the way down and testing this ascending line is definitely on the picture, considering, okay, I want you all to think about this, considering the fact that Bitcoin has given us this 3 months price bar right there. Okay. In one 3 month price bar, we saw the market of Bitcoin go higher. The next one, we came right back down. That's how we know that the prospect of Bitcoin coming down here to $20,000, like Mr. Too Real stated, 24, that's all on the table, right? So let's go ahead and do the price prediction, because I'm not going to come through and change our price prediction. I'm kind of in the same ballpark as Mr. Too Real, right? I still suspect that the market weakness in Bitcoin is still there. Right now, we're just trading sideways. So patience is going to be the name of the key in Bitcoin. Now check this out. We just had all B's write a comment. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We got 30 people right now listening to the live and only 14 likes. Just take that second, right? We're here trying to assist everyone in our community to be on guard and to what to be on the lookout for. So make sure you hit that like button. All right, so check this out. That is Bitcoin. I'm not going to come through, change it, but right now, yes. Let me show you an hourly time frame in Bitcoin. This strength is here in the market, right? But we anticipated that. So our expectation of seeing weakness come into the market in Bitcoin is around $37,000, maybe even 38. Okay. It might even be 38,000. So let me bring that up there. And I'll still be cool with the market prediction that we have for Bitcoin of going lower in price. Okay. So yeah, we're still looking for the market to go lower in Bitcoin. All right, so check this out. That is Bitcoin. Okay. Only thing we did was increase our area expectation to where we would expect to see more stockpile or more weakness. All right. So now let me go ahead and look at the second one, which is KSM. How many of you guys, let me know in the chat, how many of you all follow KSM? Okay, because this is KSM right here. We don't follow it. We haven't done any price predictions in the market for KSM before. So this will be our first price prediction of us doing in KSM. So check this out. One thing everyone in our community realizes is that the market always speaks to us. It speaks to us in a way that we can actually utilize it to our advantage. That's why I went ahead and drew this line, right? It's not a surprise to see KSM come all the way down and touch the trend, because originally this is where the market at KSM started the trend. So everyone, I mean, we cannot be surprised to what occurs into the market, because the trap has a book, right? The trap, let me show you what the trap look like. Let me show you all the trap, because I don't have him on here. There he is right there. It's him, right? This is the one we're on the lookout for. That's why we're called trap watchers. We make sure that we pay attention to the things that he drops on the price chart. All right. So take a look at what he dropped on the price chart back in June. Towards the end of June, he brought the price in KSM right there on that ascending line. Like, that's not a coincidence, right? That's not a coincidence. We need to use these things to our advantage, and it doesn't confuse us, right? If anyone would have drawn this line to where the market in KSM created this overall trend, we would have known that we would expect KSM to come all the way back down towards $160, right? Okay, so we got a couple people in the chat that follows KSM. So, I mean, what do you all think? These breadcrumbs are always being dropped on these price charts. It is just our problem of interpreting what it really means and where price is going to go. So looking at KSM, this is monumental. We need to keep this ascending line there because it has impact on where price is going to go, right? So we're just going to keep that line there, because anytime price stays above that ascending line, we already know where price is going to go. In the long term, we're going to see the price go higher. Now, KSM definitely overshot the overall trend. Then we came back down, and now we're expecting the same thing to occur, right? That's the premise that we're going to follow. Now, where do you think restriction is then? Where do y'all think the market restriction is in KSM right now today? Let's go ahead and plot this out. We need to anticipate where price is going to go. Okay, Jeff has KSM looking around $280 to $300. Okay. That's a pretty good restriction area, Jeff. I like that. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Is that Kusama? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Kusama got projects going. All right, Mr. Too Real. So yeah, Jeff, I think we're going to keep that restriction area right there around that 280 mark. I like that. Now we do got a minor one though that I want to show you. Okay. There is a minor area of restriction right there around 240. We need to pay attention to that number as well as we see this market in KSM try to increase in price. So let me zoom in, right? So right now, yeah, the market looks decent in KSM. It looks decent. It's not bad. 3-day time frame. Again, it doesn't look bad. But this is the area of concern in the near term for KSM. You see all of this price action right there? That is all of the work the market has to go through in order for us to even hit $300, $280, $280, right? Now, let's see how we look on the 5-day. This is the 5-day time frame. And I really see issues with The market in KSM trying to break above this 240. I really see problems with that. Let me check this out on the weekly real quick. This is the weekly time frame. Okay. Now, how we ended last week is also another cause of concern. Take a look. We saw the market in KSM close off the lows, right? High volume. This is probably the second highest volume bar we've seen in the market on Binance Exchange with KSM. And take a look at this. I mean, look at that. On the same widespread bar, we got the same amount of volume and we touched the same price level. People are buying KSM right there at 160. What's going on? This is Chris. Welcome, man. Welcome. So take a look at that. So now, when I change this price chart over to an hourly time frame, we're going to see if the market has the prospect of going higher. And right now I see it. There is strength here in the market in KSM, right? We can expect this price to go higher, but I'm not overly bullish, right? I think everyone in the chat said that KSM is looking for price movement higher. And I asked you where restriction was. Many of you said 280, 300, $305, right? I could see that. But first we got to cross these hurdles. Okay. The first hurdle is 220 and then 240. Okay. We have to see the market in KSM break those areas before we see any big movement to the upside. And as I transition over to these hourly time frames, I don't see how the market is invigorated to really break up to around that $300 price. Not yet. Okay. So let's see. Let's just see what would be the percentage gains if we were to put in a prediction right here. And I said that 220 would be the first area that we need to pay attention to. That's about 6%, right? I mean, you could do it if you want 6% out the market. And then we got that 240. That's about 15. That's playable, right? And it's actually a little bit bullish. But do you really think it has enough juice to hit that $280, $300 price? And if so, when do you expect that to happen? Right? This is what we're looking forward to. This is how you're able to forecast and predict market prices. It's being in line. So yeah, I'm going to play the strength in KSM, but I'm not playing it for the long term, right? I'm looking for this market to try to give us $220 to $240. And then from there, we'll have to come back through and evaluate the market situation to see if we're still getting strength. Okay. Because don't forget, back here in June 29th, KSM couldn't break above 240. It's going to take a lot of volume for us to see this price in KSM break above 240. All right. So let me switch this back over to the daily. So yeah, we're going to hold that there, because one thing that I see concerning is that the volume has been decreasing in KSM, excuse me. Right? We've been seeing the volume decrease. So I think this upcoming trading week, we will see a big movement to the upside or either to the downside. So that's why we're playing this on a small time frame. All right. But yeah, I'm real cautious about 220, 240. Hey, Leo Tang, if you want us to look at WTC, you got to chop in that $4.99. That's one of the benefits of being an artisan member, is that you get free access on a plethora of charts that you want us to take a look at. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna leave that KSM right there. I'm here to tell you that yeah, it has prospect of going higher in price. I like it, but this is not for the long term. Okay, because when you look at KSM on the long term, there's definitely a lot of weakness on that chart. Okay, but it's a very positive sign to see the market in KSM touch off that ascending line. All right, so now let's take a look at this last one. All right, so let me save that so we can keep track of it. Let me bring this out a little bit further. And I'm also going to bring down the support area. All right, so that's the play right there in KSM. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this last one. All right, the last one is going to be Theta. I know a lot of you all like to look at Theta, so let's go ahead and see what's going on into the market in Theta. So you guys can see our last video that we did in Theta, we expected the market to go weak, and that is precisely what it did. So we're not surprised to see the market in Theta actually grab support around $6, right? This is very powerful information once you understand the language of the market. We did our video in Theta back there on June 21st, right? And we played a weakness. But ask yourself, okay, we played a weakness into the market in Theta, right? But why didn't we play it all the way down here to $4, right? Why did we only play it to $6? Because once you know how to read these price bars and volume, you can actually anticipate where the market is going to stop, right? And we timed that precisely where the market was going to try to grab in and hold support. And ever since that time, the price in Theta did not fall below that price level that we said that we would take in our TP. That's 22.5% right there. It's plain and simple, right? Everyone in our team, please, I'm telling you, be careful of anybody that is giving you technical indicators on their charts. I'm giving you a heads up. They have no idea what charts are going to do, because technical indicators do not give you the advance notice as to where market prices are headed. And everyone who speaks out of both sides of their mouth, right? When they say, yeah, it could go higher, it could go up to, but then if this occurs, it could go all the way back down there, but then it might even trade sideways. Who knows? It all depends on if the moon is full or if the rain going to come down out the sky, if the market's going to go lower, because that's the reason why the price dropped, was because it rained in San Diego. Like, come on. They're making this too complicated. So the cleaner the chart, the more information you have. I know it sounds opposite of what you may be accustomed to. Everyone tries to use those fancy technical jargon, analytical words, and MACDs and stochastics and Fibonacci retracements and wave A of wave B of wave C of wave D, and they still have no idea where the price is going to go, right? Like, it's just amazing at how people try to predict prices with all of that confusion on a chart, right? Eddie Dean asked the question, do you only look at technical analysis or ever look at complete project team and coin usage? The answer to that question is we don't use technical analysis. We do not use that. What we utilize is called language analysis, right? We place the verbiage, right? The emotion of the charts. We interpret that and get in position, because if you haven't realized that price bars and volume literally dictates the emotion of the market, right? It does. And we don't have a need to look at the project team or coin usage. Like, just because, okay, if you were to look at Theta, for instance, and let's say Elon Musk was going to join the project team at Theta, do you not think that before they announced Elon was going to join the team at Theta, that the price would not have already shot up higher in price, or at least given us a heads up? Of course it would, right? Because the ones who know that Elon's going to join the team will already be in position to capitalize on the price movement once the news is released that he's joining the team. You got to understand that before any news happens, i.e. before you even know it's going to drop, the ones who know about that event is already in position because they got to capitalize. It's not like if I'm the CEO of a project and Elon came to me and said, hey, I want to join your project team. And I said, all right, cool. You don't think that I'm gonna already be in my position? Buy me up more Theta before the news come out that he's joining my team? It's all about making money. And when you see these news drop, you're already late. When these events pop, when mainstream media picks up on this cryptocurrency information and they drop this information like it's some mind-blowing event, it's too late, because the ones that already knew about it already profited. Best believe that that's how this market works. That's why we don't pay attention to the project team, to the coin usage, even to the news that drop, because more than likely you're already late. And when you look at prices, it always goes down to supply and demand. It doesn't go down to the project team. It doesn't come down to the coin usage. It only comes down to what's available in the market. Because when you restrict supply from the market, price has to go up. I don't care if you have nothing but negative news come out about a company, about a cryptocurrency, wherever the case may be. But if there's only a small amount of supply and people want it, price will inevitably go up. It has to. That's the law. And laws cannot be broken when it comes in terms of supply and demand. Now, the moment that somebody doesn't want to purchase these currencies and there's a lot of supply in the market, price will always come down. That's why these price bars and volume gives us so much information that you don't have to utilize technical analysis, right? Technical analysis, RSI, doesn't tell you that. There's no technical indicator out there that tells you about the supply and demand. They only tell you about volume, momentum, oscillators, and it's always lagging. Technical indicators are lagging, meaning that technical indicators have to ingest some other type of historical information just to plot on the chart, right? It cannot predict where a market is going to go. So how in the world can something that's lagging benefit us in the future to make sure that we get in position to win in this space? It's impossible. We need to have some type of forecasting model that's available that allows us to win and get ahead of the trap, so that when he gets to this price, we are already there waiting on him so we can take the bag, right? All right, Denzel, I got you. We'll go ahead and take a look at ICP and Vechain. So let me go ahead and do this Theta real quick. So you guys can see that we already hit our TP price in Theta. Let me go ahead and take that away. That's about 22.5% there. So again, we've already tracking the market in Theta. Okay, this is where our eyes are going to be fixated on Theta in terms of dropping to see some support down here. Okay, so yeah, $5 is still area support into the market, right? Right there, around $5. We can see this market in Theta come to, and we will still be in the uptrend. So when everyone in the market is trying to scream, oh, Theta is down 15%, Theta is down 40%, we don't have to be worried about it because we are already in position. So Theta can drop another 20% and we can still tell that it's in a uptrend though. Okay, we are still in a uptrend in Theta, even if the market drops 20%. Appreciate that, Eddie, no problem. Right, so we're not going to be caught off guard. We already know that that is a probabilistic thing that can happen. Now the question is, do you think it's going to happen? So everyone who's in the chat, let me know, where are we going to go? Do you even think it's possible for Theta to come down to $5? For real? Like, if you think so, we need to go ahead and anticipate that. Because understand, the chart already lets us know where the market is going to go. And we cannot be in denial, right? We got to be real with ourselves. The price chart is real. The volume is real. What we see is real. So we got to play on it like it's real. So let me show you all Theta on the 3-day time frame, okay? So now, the market here in Theta is trying its hardest. It is trying its hardest to keep that price above $6 is trying its hardest. That is the last hope right there. Okay. So looking at this from a 3-day time frame, yeah, the market is doing a pretty good job of supporting the price in Theta, right? But for us to get more credibility that the market in Theta is going to drop, we need to see what is the chances of Theta coming up here towards $8 and bringing it to the upside, right? So we already know, yeah, Theta is doing a fantastic job right now of holding price at $6, right? So we can kind of lean in and say, okay, great. We can see the market in Theta go higher from here, at least in the short term. Okay. Now that would take us possibly to $7 to $7.50, right? That would be a small play right there. So depending on how you're looking at the market, depending on how long you're trying to be in this space, would dictate where we think the market's going to go. Okay, because this is a 5-day time frame, and we're still seeing that the market in Theta is still weak, right? These last 2 5-day price bars, we've seen the market in Theta try to come up, try to move higher, but on this current 5-day, we're seeing the price come all the way back down. Okay, so from a 5-day perspective, the market in Theta is giving us weakness. This is the weekly. Even here on the weekly time frame, the market here in Theta is still weak. And I want to give you all this heads up too, okay? Because right here, I'm gonna give you these 2 points in a market in Theta that in order for this market trap to bring up this price or go higher, it will have to move up above, okay? Now, this is the first one. All right, so I'm making this play right now. Right here, $7.40. Yeah, we can see the market price in Theta go to $7.40. But if we cannot break the price above it, the market is still weak. Okay, we're going to go lower. That's the first hurdle to substantiate if the bulls are coming back into this market, or at least the trap is trying to increase the price. $7.40. All right, what's going on, Sweet Canary? How you doing? Next area, it's going to be right around here, $9. Okay. So the 2 areas that everyone in our team need to pay attention to is first, $7.40, second area, $9. Okay. Now, let's not forget, this is the current trend that the market in Theta is in. We haven't broken the downtrend yet. So there's still a lot of weight into the market that's going on. So that's why I wanted to show you $7.40 to $8. And that is precisely where we would see some more restriction on that descending line right there. So if you want to play the strength into the market in Theta, be prepared to see selling coming to the market at least around $8. $7.40, right? So now let me swing this back over to the daily real quick. I think we have ID'd some areas that we need to pay attention to in Theta. Okay. So right now, yeah, the market is decent. We're not getting a lot of price action into the market in Theta. I do suspect that we got some higher movement to go through, but I'm not bullish in no sense of the words, right? I still suspect that this market in Theta is trying to utilize this $6 as support so we can see the price go higher. Now, if you want to put a play on it, it's cool. But if you don't think the percentage gains is worth it, then sit the sideline, right? We're not going to be here and try to tell you everything is always a buy and everything's always a sell, and that Theta is going to go up to $400 a coin. No, because we don't see that on the chart. So we can see it come up here towards $7, $7.40, like I said. Now that's 16%, almost 17% movement high in price, right? But that's how far I think it's going to go right before we see the market come right back down, right? Because of this reason right here, the downtrend. So I'm going to hold that there for Theta. We're going to play the strength in the market there. But again, I'm not telling you that this is the long-term outlook that we're seeing in Theta. But yeah, we can play the strength here, and our TP prices would be the first one would be right there around $7 even. Next one, $7.40 ultimately. And then from there, that's where we're looking for some selling to come through and try to bring down the price in Theta. Okay. All right, so now let's take a look at what Denzel wanted to take out, ICP. I guess that's against the USD, right? You want us to look at that against the Tether, the internet computer. So take a look at this. We did a prediction in the market in ICP. What? I think it was during our last live stream back in May 22nd, 2021. We did a price prediction. Let me look on a calendar. May 21st. Yeah, that was on May 22nd. Yeah, that was on our Lookout live stream. So we had one of our artists and members wanted to take a look at internet computer, right? And we did. I did say we'll go ahead and do it against Tether. Now check this out. We've already did it, right? We were in position in ICP to see the market go higher. But even in that situation, right, I want you all to realize that the charts is all you need. This is all you need. You only need price bars and volume to substantiate where price is going to go. Back in May, we played the strength in the market in ICP, right? But we wasn't extremely bullish. We said, look, we may see the market come up here towards $160, right? And that is precisely where the market went. From the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, that is where the market in ICP could not break price up above. This is how you're not able to be greedy. This is how you're not emotional. This is how you're not going to be fearful, because you already expect these things to happen. So it's not a surprise that the trap could not break the price up above $160. That's massive. Like, this is huge information that the trap is laying down for us every single day. This is why we call ourselves HueFin News, because we give you all the news according to the charts and nothing else. Because I'm quite sure that there's a lot of positivity coming out for this currency. A lot of good things coming out for the project. They got massive plans to go out from 2021, 2022, 2023, massive goals that they're trying to obtain. If that was the case, why in the world would this price be going all the way down to $47, right? Oh, you're in a good position then, Denzel, because the market price is around 47. Like, it baffles my mind that people try to use those news articles and technical indicator as a jargon to try to jump in the market and expect the price to go there. But that's 15% right there. All right, so let me take that away. Not going to waste everyone's time. So now let us focus in on what has been occurring in the market in ICP. Everyone in our community already realized what I'm about to say, right? What is one of the first things you do when you come in and look at a price chart? The first thing, drop me a comment in the comment section and let me know. Whenever you come and look at a particular market, right? I call the market the price chart. So every time you look at a price chart for any product, for ICP, for Theta, for Vechain, for KSM, for Bitcoin, the first thing you look at, what is the first thing you look at? That's right. Chris said it. Volume. You always look at the volume, because volume is the energy and it tells us how active everyone was in the market. Nope, Denzel, we don't look for divergence. We look at the volume. Volume is the lifeblood of every market. Okay. It tells us how active people are, and it tells us how non-active people are. If people are participating or if they're not. All B's, that's right. Volume. Volume, that's right, Marlon. See, that's it. This is how you're able to watch the trap. He tells us what's going on based off the volume. So since you all got that right, what has been going on in ICP over the last 2 weeks, right? Let's start here on June 27th. What's going on, right? Look at all of this volume, massive, more than what's been allocated or been seen since ICP's been trading on Binance. What in the world is going on? Do you think there's only two things that can go on? Okay, so this is why the market is not complicated, because you can only get two things. So when we see a lot of volume, what does it mean? Are people buying or are they selling? Chris already wrote that people are buying in ICP, right? You only get two outcomes. This is why we're doing this live stream. Let us know. Are we buying or selling? What's going on in the market in ICP right now? Because I'll tell you that Chris is right. People felt, whoever they are, we could care less who it is, but they have shown us that they were buying ICP down here while it was at the low, $30, right? How do we know that? Because the price quit dropping, right? The market price in ICP stopped falling right there on June 26th. Market price has been going higher. Boom, right there. That's right, Denzel, accumulating. That's right. First National Bitcoin. They're buying because they're dumping and they got their orders in and they have to buy. People are buying, right? So let me show you this. So as we see this market in ICP continue to go higher in price, we got some areas of support then. Okay, the first one is around 30. Okay, this is where the low is. So that is the lowest price ICP can go before the market would not go higher anymore. Like the chances of ICP going higher is over once price breaks below 30, right? You just need to let it go. Say the market price in ICP has the ability not to go higher anymore, only under us visually seeing on the price chart that the market goes below 30. That's the first area. Now the question is to you, where's the second one? I'm looking on this chart and I can already see where's the closest area of support in the market in ICP. We got 30 as the ultimate support area, but where's the one closer? Like we need to utilize that where a price bar stops tells us that one, why did it stop at that particular price? Or two, why did it go that low, right? If the market is a free market, if the market has to be orderly, there's a reason why we have support and restriction areas. You think the next support area is around 70 or you think that's restriction, Denzel? Because this is the next support area right there. $40. All right. So now we're going to look at the long-term time frame in ICP. This is the 3-day. Okay. So you guys can tell right there on this last 3-day price bar is where all the volume came in ICP. Following, we saw the market go lower, right? That's why I'm telling you that $40 is support, because right now ICP is bouncing off $40. That's right, Marlon, $40. That's the closest area of support. So in this prediction, we need to ensure that the trap keeps the price above 40, period. This is restriction. I think Denzel said what, 70? This area of restriction is where the market in ICP found problems. Okay. Let's see if I get this right. Right there is around 60. But yeah, Denzel, $70 is restriction too. All right. So the only thing we need to answer now is, okay, we're looking at strength coming into the market in ICP. Do we have enough momentum to see it go to 60 or to 70? Y'all let me know. How high do you think this market in ICP is going to go? This is the 2-day time frame. I like it. Right? So far, what we're getting on these price charts is showing us strength. But I want everyone to realize that just because we're seeing that the market is strong doesn't mean that we're looking for ICP to come all the way back up to 140. Like, we got to be realistic to where we are at. But you can still make bank. You can still take the bread from the trap, because he's dropping us a lot of knowledge right now. He's telling us where he's trying to take the price. So this is the 2-day. I like the 2-day time frame. This is the 5-day. All right, we're getting a probable precursor. All right, this is a precursor of strength, meaning the next falling 5-day price bar, the price has to close higher. Okay, Denzel looking for around 65. Marlin, Catfish around 32 for that double bottom. You're looking for it to go down to 32 before we go higher? All right, so let me do this real quick. Now this is the hourly time frame. I always want to look at the hourly when we're playing it on a shorter time frame, because right there, 52 could be restriction as well. Okay, so now we're going to play the strength into the market in ICP. I'm looking for a small bout of selling to try to come through around $52. All right, that's about 8%, 9% movement. So we obviously will have to come through and skim off some of that bag right there around $52. Okay, the next area would be around 55. Okay, so far the market looks pretty good to see this play out. But again, look at all this weight though that's in the market for ICP, right? Look at all of this weight. All of this pressure is pushing down ICP. This is one of the biggest reasons why we're not expecting a big movement back up higher, because ICP will have to go through a lot of this down pressure before we even expect us to see a big movement to the upside. And usually when you have this much of a downtrend occur, you expect this to happen. The market just to trade sideways for a while. Okay, so this is why you don't want to be greedy and expecting ICP to shoot up to the moon. No doubt, Marlon, I got you. So yeah, that's ICP. Let me change this back over to the daily. So we make sure we're back in that spot. Yeah, I like that right there though. So we're winding back though on this live to see where we said that we would take the TP out though in the market. All right, so now what was that last one? ICP and Vechain. Let's go ahead and check out Vechain. All right, so this is Vechain right here. You guys can tell that we already did a video and we're playing the strength. All right, cool. So far, what do you think about the chart? Like, we did our video in Vechain back on June the 30th. What do you all think now? Yeah, I don't know what Marlon means about catfishing, Chris. Marlon, break that down to us and tell us what catfish mean in trading. All right, now back to Vechain though. What y'all think? Do you still think that the market has juice to go higher? Or do you think the market is going to go down? Don't forget, look at our horizontal line. All right. Let me go ahead and zoom this out so you guys can see that. We already told you where we would expect to see some selling, right? You guys can already see that. We were prepared to see the market in Vechain get rejected right there on our ascending line. Like, it's no joke. we already expected the market to go down. And we have been going down since Vechain came up to that price level, right? Right there around 9 cents. We already saw that. So were you able to take some of that profit off the table? Now, that has already been accomplished. Do you still think we could go higher though? Because this is how you're able to manage your trades or manage your portfolio, because you're still able to see if there's enough in the tank to continue to increase its price. Just look at it. What do you all think? This is Chris Wright, struggling to break the restriction but closing high on the bars. That's right. What do you think? What do you think that means? Denzel, I'm expecting resistance to follow with the price movement with Bitcoin before the bounce above our restriction line. Okay. Volume is going down. So with the volume going down, what type of price bars are we getting? Are we getting weakness bars or strength bars? Because already, since we're all collaborating on this one play right here on Vechain, I still see strength though. Like that restriction line that I'm seeing, it's not going to be a problem. I appreciate that, Marlon. Marlon writes about catfishing. When you catfish, you fish the bottom of the river or lake, right? That's true. When you have an established bottom like ICP with a lot of sell pressure, your buys should be placed at that bottom because, okay, price typically goes back down to that bottom area. I got you. Yeah, that's a new terminology though that I haven't heard in trading though. That's right, Chris. That's right. So the Vechain is still showing the strength. Typically hits that bottom twice or 3 times before significant bounce, double, triple bottoms. You're catfishing. I got you. I like that. I like that, Marlon. So y'all, what y'all think? I mean, that's why we do these live streams, to make sure everyone tries to think and try to read these charts without being confused, because you will be so much powerful, right? Without listening to someone else try to give you their prediction, because you can actually do it for yourself. And once you realize how powerful it is that you can read these charts, you'll increase monumentally the bank. Denzel Wright's been following Vechain very closely. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be able to break away from Bitcoin. The charts look almost exactly the same. No, MC, I haven't looked at CKB before. Okay. Grab look like it's going to come back later this year. When later this year? All right, so let me go ahead and do this play for Denzel real quick, and I'll let you all go. All right, so we've already got a prediction ongoing. I told you already that we're still seeing the market in Vechain give a strength. Now, everyone in the comment section, all right, let's knock this to bed. All right, let's take this to bed real quick, because I'm seeing comments in the comment section that keeps telling me that everything is tied to Bitcoin, right? Prove that. Prove to everyone in our team, in our community, that Bitcoin or these altcoins are tied to Bitcoin. Like where are you getting that information from, that these markets, which are separate, is tied to Bitcoin? Just because the chart looks identical doesn't mean that Bitcoin is the father that is knocking everything else down. Because understandably, you guys remember what I told you about stockpile and supply and demand? If there's more supply for a particular altcoin and everyone is focused on that altcoin, all the attention will go there and price will go higher than Bitcoin, right? So there's something going on, right, that you need to sit down and try to figure out as to why it seems that everything moves together. Why is that? That is the true question that needs to be answered. We're not tying everything to Bitcoin, because how do you not know that Bitcoin is not following the altcoins? How do you not know that? We are looking at the charts, but how can you tell me that it's Bitcoin that's doing it? How do you not how can you prove that it's not some other altcoin that's doing it? See, that's what I'm saying. People grab other things that people say and it sounds cool, or it sounds that it's logical, and people run with it. Prove that. Prove to me that Vechain is not the cause as to why all these other currencies are going down, right? What did he say? What did Crypto Kirby say? No, you come on, prove it. If you stating to me that everything follows Bitcoin, prove that. And Anisi writes, Bitcoin is the OG and has the largest market cap. Okay. So let's do a comparison. Let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin. All right, so let me take this down here. Let's take this back over to the daily. And let's look at Bitcoin, right? We just did Bitcoin today. Okay. So this is Bitcoin's price chart on a daily basis. All right. Let me look at which currency do you guys think is better than Bitcoin? Which currency altcoin do you think is better than, has more interest than Bitcoin right now? I'm assuming it's because if you tell anyone crypto, the first thing or probably the only thing they think of is Bitcoin. Okay. Like, I mean, we're just having a conversation, right? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just trying to get people's perception as to why they always say that Bitcoin is the one that drops everything else down. Okay, it has the lion's share of people's recognition of crypto. So anything that happens, it reflects on other altcoins. Okay. No, I'm not saying that. I'm asking you to tell me, how do you not know that Vechain is having impact on Bitcoin? Or vice versa? Like, just show me, just tell me, how do you think that's the case? Okay, we got Ethereum. So you guys want me to pull up Ethereum and look at that comparative to Bitcoin? All right, let's do Ethereum then. Oh, my bad. Let me take that back over. All right, let's look at Ethereum first. All right, we're going to go to the same market, right? So we're looking at Bitcoin on Bitstamp. We're going to look at Ethereum on Bitstamp, okay? Now, I'm going to bring down here to the bottom left side of my screen to June. Okay, and I'm gonna do that for Bitcoin. Now you can see I'm gonna draw lines, all right? And everyone says that Bitcoin is the bellwether of Bitcoin. Okay, everything follows Bitcoin's price. So yeah, you guys can see in Ethereum, we've seen the market in Ethereum trade, and then it took off, right? Coming back down. That is the current trend of Ethereum. Now take a look at Bitcoin though. Yes, Bitcoin, let me do this. Bitcoin was trading on the low, market took off, but in between that, right here in January, look at Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum maintained its stability while Bitcoin came all the way back down. Do you see that? So Ethereum did not react to Bitcoin going lower back in the beginning of 2021. Matter of fact, it traded sideways, right? And then Bitcoin took off. Ethereum went higher. Both coins came down. Bitcoin went back up to highs, but Ethereum continued to trade sideways. Look at my dash lines on both charts. You guys see the vertical dash lines going down on both charts? Those are on the same day. So we're tracking both currencies at the same time. You guys can see on Ethereum on the top side of this chart that it traded sideways while Bitcoin was going higher. Even back in March 24th, 2021, Ethereum and Bitcoin both came down and grabbed support. Bitcoin made an all-time high right there on April 14th. Bitcoin made an all-time high on Bitstamp, $65,000. But did Ethereum make an all-time high in April? Did it? No, it didn't. Right? It did not do it. That is on April 14, 2021, Bitcoin made all-time highs. That's what I'm trying to get everyone to realize, is that the chart doesn't lie to us. So now, this is where the divergence occurs in Ethereum and Bitcoin. The market in Bitcoin has been in a downtrend since April, right? This is April. So we're looking at April 14th. So let me go up here to the top and look at April 14th in Ethereum. The market went higher. That is a divergence. The price in Bitcoin went lower. Ethereum maintained the strength and it went higher. That's right, Marlon. I'm showing you all visually that Bitcoin does not control every altcoin. Ethereum continued to show higher price movement following Bitcoin's all-time high. Price been falling since then for Bitcoin. But following that day, you would expect Ethereum to give us the same idea, but it didn't do it. It went the opposite direction. So that's proof right there that Bitcoin does not direct every altcoin into the market, because if that was the case, Ethereum would not have made all-time highs in May. Price would have went down following Bitcoin's all-time high, which occurred in April. Right? See, now you're trying to change it. See, now you're trying to inject something else. That was the alt season. No, but everything follows Bitcoin, so you cannot have it both ways. It's either or. Like, that's why I'm trying to get you all to realize, quit following what everyone just literally speaks of. Until they actually show you visual proof that the market follows Bitcoin in every sense of the way, then they are not giving us accurate information. Because I just shown you right here, following Bitcoin's high, all-time high back in April, Ethereum was not making all-time highs. In fact, it continued into May while Bitcoin was going lower. It's just that simple. Like, we need to let go of those narratives that people try to spew and try to give us to follow, and that's not the case. All right, so now let me get back to Vechain real quick. I like the dialogue, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think it controls every one of them either, right? No, see, now you're trying to see me, Diego. Now you're throwing in extra things that you wasn't mentioning before. First, it's because it was all season. Now you're telling me it's because Bitcoin dominance went down. How can I show you visual proof if you're not using? That's what I'm saying. We don't need technical analysis. I'm not using technical analysis. We're looking at price movement. That is the only thing we're talking about. You guys are telling me that Bitcoin's price moves with the market, right? So whatever Bitcoin does, every altcoin needs to be doing the same thing, right? Yeah, Marlon writes, oh, I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you, because when you kind of knock down someone's premise, someone's thesis, and they cannot prove their stance, they always try to throw something else into the mix. But like what Marlon writes in the chat, you need to look at if the trading volume is in BTC or stablecoins to evaluate BTC peg. You guys can even see on this chart in Bitstamp, Bitcoin is kind of giving us like a circle, a half circle top. Ethereum is giving us more like a ragged triangular shaped top. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think with that statement that Bitcoin is the dominant player and every altcoin follows it, like with that statement, I just haven't seen no one actually prove that. No, I'm not talking about you, Brown, Denzel. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Diego. I think it's a conversation that needs to be had within the cryptocurrency space. Like, people just need to substantiate the premise that all altcoins, quote unquote, all altcoins follow Bitcoin, right? I'm not saying identical. I'm saying follow. And I just shown you that Ethereum did not follow Bitcoin during April to mid-May. It did not follow Bitcoin, right? It didn't. So tell me, why didn't Ethereum follow Bitcoin following Bitcoin's all-time high in April to mid-May? Why did Ethereum break off from Bitcoin? So you cannot go with that notion that everything follows Bitcoin, because like I told you, everything follows supply and demand. There was a lot more interest in Ethereum that people shunned Bitcoin at that particular moment. All right, so now let's get back to this one chart. Hey, Denzel, we got you. Let's go ahead and look at Vechain real quick, because I know that's what you wanted us to do. So all in all, what I'm seeing is that the market price in Vechain is good, right? Right there. So what I'm looking at into the market in Vechain is still strength. I'm still looking for the price to go higher. But seeing how we already got that market restriction come through, we're going to need a little bit more volume in Vechain right here. Okay, right there. So I'm still expecting the market to go higher, but my next TP area will be around 10 cents. All right, Marlon. So that will give us like another 15% market movement to the upside. All right. I see that the chat is on fire with that question, man. I think we need to go a little bit deeper into trying to make the stance that Bitcoin is, well, that altcoins follow Bitcoin in the market, because you only get that when the market drops. Like, I usually hear a lot of people come through and say that when the cryptocurrency market space drops, oh, it follows Bitcoin all of a sudden. But when we're in a bull market, when we're in a bull trend, nobody even brings that up. Nobody, right? Diego, you can't tell why people don't come into a crypto market. People don't come into crypto because of Vechain or Hex. They come into crypto because of Bitcoin. Now you got to prove that. That's right, Chris. You hear the same thing with Mara and Riot blockchain. Those are stocks. Those are in totally, completely different realms. And you guys want to peg those to Bitcoin just because they mine Bitcoin. So this is Riot. You guys can see we already did a price prediction. Okay. Let's take a look at that one with Bitcoin. So when Riot made all-time highs back in February 17, 2021, it started its downtrend. Bitcoin didn't even make all-time highs yet. So while Bitcoin was moving higher in price, Riot blockchain was going lower. Like, come on. If Bitcoin was still trekking higher in February, you guys can see that the uptrend was still in play in February for Bitcoin. Let me draw it. The market was still going higher. Okay. So if everything follows Bitcoin, because like what Chris says, people even said that Mara and Riot blockchain follows Bitcoin. All right, cool. Y'all want to go with that notion? Let's do it. So I'm going to take the trend from February the 8th. All right. So let's go to February the 8th in Riot, which is right here. We would expect to see the same type of trend. The market broke in Riot February the 17th. That's where the downtrend started. The downtrend in Bitcoin didn't start since April. Like, come on. But hey, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, their own thoughts. Nothing's wrong with that. But when somebody draws you the question, prove it, then you need to be prepared to prove it. Right? Marlon, is that against, let's look at Hex then. I want to see what he's talking about. Is that on Uniswap? Yeah, that is different. No, it won't go down, Diego. If the stock market crash, it won't. All right, Marlon, let's go ahead and look at this one real quick. Hex USD. Appreciate that super chat too, Marlon. Appreciate that a lot. Let's go ahead and see what this is about. So the only thing I get on TradingView is the Uniswap. So is that cool? So we got Hex down here at the bottom. Okay. This is the Hex chart. Let's look at Bitcoin's chart at the top. Okay. Let me look at this. Let me get a different exchange because we got all those lines on Bitcoin. So let's see. We'll do it together. So now let's go to the beginning of April. We're going to look at the price action of Bitcoin and Hex starting in April. All right. So now let's go to April 1st. I think Marlon got a point. We have a big divergence going on between Hex and Bitcoin. Now, both of these pairs are against Tether, right? Okay, so in Uniswap. So look at it visually. Let me show you the direction of where Hex is going. Originally, it went this way, right? So beginning in May, that's where the breakout started in Hex. So if I go to the beginning in May for Bitcoin, I should see the same thing for the people who is telling me that all altcoins follow Bitcoin. I need to see Bitcoin go higher. That's what I need to see. This is what Diego and other people was telling us, right? So Hex has been in an uptrend since May. Okay. Right there. Now, I need to see the same thing in May. If all altcoins follow Bitcoin, I need to see the same thing in May. So let me bring up my cursor. You guys can see the dashed lines on both charts. So let's follow May 1st for Bitcoin. Here we are right here. This is May 1st price action for Bitcoin. Okay. Let me show you what the market has been doing in Bitcoin since May. Right there. That's a divergence. Appreciate that, Chris. This is an actual fact that Hex is not following Bitcoin's price. Right there. So how can you state that all coins follow Bitcoin? That is not true. I appreciate that, Marlon, because this is what I wanted to see. This is actually a price or a cryptocurrency, i.e. altcoin, that is not following Bitcoin's price. Prove that. That's why I wanted y'all to prove it. I mean, it wasn't that I was stating that you was right or wrong. It's just prove it. Show me that all altcoins follow Bitcoin's price. Appreciate that, Chris. Because like you said, that's not our purpose. We're not here to hype up you all these cryptocurrencies or altcoins. We're here to show you that you can actually play in the market and win, right? You can actually play. No, I mean, it's not that you're going to give me that, Diego. I just wanted you to show me your perspective. Like, I'm always open to other people's opinions and their thoughts, right? Because if you were to show me that all coins follow Bitcoin, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. I can't fight against that. Like, I have nothing else against that. But like Marlon, appreciate that a lot, Marlon, for the super chat and also showing me this comparison of another altcoin that is not following Bitcoin's price. And that's clear as day for these two currencies, right? I think it was a great conversation. Like, this is why we have these live streams, so we can all talk, see something that's going on in the market, see some other questions that many people try not to go into. I want everyone in our community to learn how to think, right? That's right, Marlon. That's my man. I appreciate that. Like, that's exactly what they do. They tell us the truth, right? It tells us the truth. They never lie. All you have to do is look at them. Diego, no, it's not. See, where did you get that from? It's not called off season when Bitcoin's dominance goes down from 80 to 35%. It just simply means that people don't want Bitcoin at that time. All right, so yeah, I appreciate that a lot, man. I think it was a great conversation between us all, which is what we like to try to do within our community. So let me go ahead and take that back. Denzel, I did Vechain. I just want you to know that, yeah, we're still expecting this currency to go higher in price. Our next TP price is around 10 cents. All right, but I still think the market has enough juice to try to go higher in price. And that's it. So look, I wasn't expecting a live to be this long, but it was. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and give you all your time back. And I always want to make sure you all enjoy your weekend. Make sure you keep your eyes open on the trap, because he's always in this market trying to place us in some very bad positions. All right, so you need to make sure you got a leg up above him, and that's it. All right. Make sure you always maintain a profitability, and again, be on the lookout.